We've got one more new segment yet to come. We'll get into that. Oh, yet to come. Not yet to come tonight. Yet to come. How many times did I just say yet to come?
Welcome to the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast. I'm Chad.
I'm Dale.
So what a great week it has been in Leafland. After a 4 or 5 day break, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they came rested to play the Vancouver Canucks on Thursday, beat them 7-3, completely filled them, and then came out tonight because it's Saturday night and 5-1. They beat the Canucks. That's 12 goals in 2 games. That's pretty good.
Pretty good job. Pretty good. Yeah, 100%, man.
So it's been a good week in Leafland. But before we get started, Dale and I just want to take a quick moment to say something. A friend of ours, an old friend of ours, way back in the day in high school, we spent a lot of time with this friend. His dad passed away. The friend's name was Matt. His dad's name was Lorne. We had great memories growing up with this family. They took us everywhere. Me and Dale were always in the backseat of the minivan with Lauren driving. So we just want to say our thoughts and prayers are with Matt and his family right now. Yeah, no, just we're thinking about you, Matt, and hang in there, buddy. That's it. All right, well, moving on. So the Leafs win 5-1 and 7-3. Where do you want to take it? Go back to Thursday?
Yeah, we might as well go back to Thursday. I mean, what do you like? Here's the thing, like Vancouver, like how much stock can we really? Okay, they were off for 5 days, 4 days, whatever. How much stock can we really put into these last 2 games against Vancouver? I mean, Vancouver's a shit show, total shit show.
God,
like they are
terrible. Just absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
hockey.
Like these guys aren't even. I don't know what's going on there. They were the last Canadian team standing in the bubble. And then all of a sudden they let some guys go. They decided to go with Demko instead of Markstrom. Gigantic mistake, obviously. Not like Calgary's been killing it either, but it still probably looks like it was a mistake. And like, dude, Vancouver, what? I don't even know. I honestly, like they've got some good young talent there.
They have great young talent there. Like
what is going on?
Great young talent. I have no idea what's going on in Vancouver. Not a clue. But these 2 games that I've watched, it's just like the Leaf forwards have just been taking them out back of the shed and just whipping them.
Oh my God.
Blowing by them.
It looks
They're
like
standing still.
Dude, it looks like an NHL team playing an AHL team. That's what it looked like to me. Hard to watch at times. It's just like,
and even their stars, like Pettersson had a breakaway tonight. He had Muzzin beat, and he did like a little backhand. And they look so unmotivated and uninterested.
No, for sure. I'm not going to touch a lot on. I don't think we'll get into Fred a lot on this particular podcast, but he was good when he needed to be in those 2 games.
It's tough in games like that.
That's what I was gonna say. He was good when he needed to be and whatever. So going back to Thursday, like I mean, it's bad. So I don't know what to take from these 2 games because Vancouver is like so terrible.
I know. Were the Leafs amazing or was Vancouver so bad?
Well, I think a good sign, like we touched on this a few podcasts ago, is that like, yeah, I think Vancouver is really bad, but the Leafs played well, and at least the Leafs didn't seem to play down to Vancouver's level. They seem to be like, we're gonna take it to them and whatever. Like,
either you play with us or you fall behind, and that's basically where it was at. You made a great point before we started recording that Ottawa is by far the worst team in the division.
Looks that way, but it looks like they might have some competition.
Vancouver has way more talent. Ottawa, like if Vancouver would work like the Senators work, like at least Ottawa's trying. They're giving you, even 100%. On off nights, they're giving you 80, 90%.
Yeah.
The Canucks are they're checked out.
Looks that way. A lot of individuals there. Like their team. I don't know who was the glue there last year in the bubble.
It's missing.
Like, something is is missing.
It is
something
bad.
Is missing.
Yeah. Who do you think goes first? Travis Green or Jim Benning?
Oh, Benning, 100%, man.
That hair's got to go.
Yeah, Benning. Like Travis, I feel bad for Travis Green because Benning basically was like, okay, well, let Markstrom walk and Tanev, and I forget the other guy they let go. Like, I don't know. I think Markstrom is the key for me. Like, he's clearly a better goalie than Holtby, and at this time in Holtby's career, and Demko. Like, I know the book's still out on Demko. He might become like a really good goalie, but my God, on Thursday he looked terrible.
He made some really good saves, and
he let in some really,
and he let in some softies too. Holtby made some good saves tonight, but it has got to be hard when your defense is just standing still. Like that Matthews goal, the first goal that Matthews scored Thursday night against Demko, where he slid it between his legs.
Yeah.
What the hell was the?
I don't know.
Miller? Was it Miller that was on Matthews?
Okay, I get that. What the
hell was he doing?
I get that, but I don't know how you don't make that save. Like right between Matthews is coming to but that okay. Actually, I do get it because 34 is coming down the wing. He just beat your whoever, and like he's coming in on you basically 1-on-1. You're probably thinking he's going to roof it on me, so he let him have the 5-hole but Matthews will kill you any way you want.
Yeah,
so
Matthews is a beast right now.
But if he's coming in on you, you're a goalie. Are you not probably thinking he's going to roof it on me? He's going to roof it on me. So I'm going to stay
to me,
up.
it kind of looked like he was going for he was going for a poke check, or he was in his head. He's like thinking poke check, but Matthews was faster than him and slid it through. Yeah. But those poor goalies have got to be like, come on. Like they're facing 2-on-1s, and how many point blank shots? Like how many scoring chances did the Leafs have in these two games?
God.
They could have scored 15, 20 goals.
I think tonight in the second period, they put up a stat saying it was like 42-15 in the second period in favor of the Leafs. So the Leafs win 7-3 on Thursday night. They just dummy the Vancouver Canucks. Like, although Vancouver sucks, I enjoyed that game. That was my favorite game so far this season. That was my favorite game so far. Every game's been a 1-goal game pretty much up until like
great game, Gordon.
That's right.
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
No, but you know what I mean? Like every goal has been a tight game, and I like tight games too, but
every game's been a tight game.
Leading into this Vancouver mini series, it's been like there's been a lot of 1-goal games, right? So I was like, okay, it's probably time that like let's see what happens here. Vancouver seemed ripe for the picking, and sure enough, boom, 7-3, they beat the Canucks. Spezza, are you kidding me? Gets the hat trick. Mustache has 2. Tavares gets 1. Marner gets 1. I think Marner had a 3-point night on Thursday. Had another 3-point night tonight. We'll get into that once we get into tonight's game. But, dude, Jason Spezza, I'm texting you. I'm like, okay, they're both probably going to get hat tricks. It looked that way.
Matthews and Spezza were both going in the third with 2 goals, and we're like, they're both going to get it. And not a cheap hat trick. Not an empty net goal for the third one. Like
his third goal was the best of the 3.
Yeah, he busted around the defenseman and just buried it. Like
awesome.
It was like 2004. Jason Spezza,
unbelievable, man. Like Mike Babcock must have blew a gasket watching that game.
I was thinking that. I was thinking that while I was watching it. Babcock's doing 2-minute skits on NBC, and Jason Spezza's burying hat tricks. So
that's right.
Who's winning that? Who's winning that?
Yeah, but that was incredible. Like you said, like all 3 of his goals were like snipes. Like none of them was like a cheap goal. Nothing like no garbage goals. Not one of them was a garbage goal.
Great one-timer.
Oh, dude, he's
great shot.
I can't believe I'm going to bring this up. I can't even believe I'm bringing this up. But Nick Patan gets into a fucking game for the first time in God knows how long, since before the bubble for sure. And tonight, not so great. Okay, that fourth line, but on Thursday, Patan was like saucer passing it over to Spets. He's ripping it in the net. Like Patan looked like he was leading the charge on that fourth line on Thursday night. Best game I've seen him play as a Leaf.
Yeah, well, he had to do something. He got back into the lineup, right?
Well, you're not going to shake it up after that, right? But so Spets, man. I like a lot what he brings to the table. I like him in the room. I can't believe I would never have said this if he never played for the Leafs. I would never have said this.
You love Spezza?
I like him a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like what he brings to the table. Honestly, I've been so impressed with Jason Spezza. So impressed. Well, this late in his career too, like it's ridiculous.
But that's the thing is they're finding these guys like he's playing for league minimum. He doesn't need the money. He doesn't need $700,000.
No.
but he wants to be here, and it's the same with Joe Thornton. Joe Thornton on a 1-year league minimum. He wants to be here. Wayne Simmons wants to be here. It's the new thing that the Leafs are doing. Don't just go out and sign guys that want to play in Toronto.
Yeah, of course.
That want to be here. But anyway, moving on.
Well, is there anything else about Thursday night? I mean, it was an ass kicking of epic proportions. Matthews scores 2.
At the end of the game, Wayne Simmons goes into the corner.
Hang on a second. Maybe you should cue this up into a new seggy.
Oh, we have a new segment?
I think so.
What's it called?
Debuting a new seggy tonight. Anytime the Leafs just laid up a team or a goalie like a Christmas tree. Anytime Simmons or another player on the Leafs happens to get involved with a critical fight, or maybe a big hit at a certain time in a game, or maybe just a statement hit or fight, we're gonna call this one Getting Filled.
All right, it's time for Getting Filled.
Guys, we all know how to play hockey. Just play it smart. That's right. You're not dirt. Stick 'em. Fuck 'em. Christ. Pop on. Yeah, sure. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go now. We need this win. You know, we got a lot of losses. Yeah, we got a lot of losses. That's what we're here for, guys, to win.
The debut version of Getting Filled.
So here's what happened. Wayne Simmons went into the corner against Vancouver's highly, highly touted defenseman, Quentin Hughes.
And what does he do?
He lays him out.
No.
Fills him.
He fills him.
He fills him.
Simmons fills Hughes late in the game. It was already 7-3 at this time.
There was no reason for the hit.
No, but late in the game, Wayne Simmons is just like, I'm gonna fill this motherfucker.
This kid.
Like a
kid.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna show this guy what's up. I'm just gonna, you know what that was? Wayne Simmons is like, I'm gonna fill Quinn Hughes behind the net, and I'm gonna put the cherry on top of this bitch.
And that's what he did.
That's what he did.
So
he filled him.
He fills Hughes in the corner. Hughes goes down. He turns around. Ben is like,
Oh, this little bitch, Jordy Ben. He's like, you just hit our best player?
So
okay.
Simmons looks at Hughes on the ground, and then he looks at Ben. And he said, do I have to fill 2 motherfuckers right now?
That's right.
All right, let's do it. And he took Jordy Ben. I think he threw 25 haymakers in 15 seconds.
Without a doubt. He gets in a scrap with Jordy Ben, and he just fills him in. He just fills him in.
Fills Hughes in the corner.
Talk about getting filled.
Fills Ben's face in.
And also, the rest of the team were filling the net. That's what we call getting filled. Debut segment.
So moving on. So after they filled Vancouver in every way possible on Thursday night, Vancouver came back for more on Saturday.
Oh my God. Did you think going into this game, like, and answer this honestly, like, are you going into games thinking like, okay, like Leafs won the first one, maybe Vancouver will take it tonight? Or are you thinking there's no way the Leafs are going to lose this game?
I wasn't thinking there's no way the Leafs are going to lose this game because the Leafs, you know,
we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
It wasn't that long ago they lost to Ottawa in one of the, like a very shitty performance. That team could show up again somewhere down the road. But what I was thinking, I thought Vancouver was going to come out flying. I thought Vancouver's going to come out like, no, we've been playing like shit. We're going to work hard. We're going to check. It was all Toronto for the first.
Yeah, that's true. They didn't help that Vancouver got 2 quick calls against them, right? Leafs had 2 power plays in the first, like.
And what happened in the first power play? Wayne Simmons was like, ridiculous. I filled Hughes. I filled Ben.
He just kept it
now
rolling.
I'm going to fill Holtby. And he flicked it over Holtby's head under the bar.
What a goal, man. That was
awesome.
Ridiculous to be in tight like that and like
get it up that hard.
Oh, dude, that was impressive stuff. Stuff.
This Wayne Simmons guy, he is.
Where's he been all our life?
He is climbing up the charts in my books.
Oh my God, are you kidding? I already love the guy. Are you kidding me? Like, my goodness. But no, that goal in tight was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, it was crazy. I didn't know when he scored it.
The hand,
I was like, how the fuck did that go in? He's standing 2 feet from the net.
Dude, he was right. You couldn't get any closer to the goalie without it being called goalie interference. And he just roofs it fucking top shelf.
And
Very impressive.
And hard too.
Oh,
it rang off the crossbar and down. But moving on, why don't you
Matthews gets his first goal of the game. So Simmons and Matthews scored two. Matthews, I think, gets the breakaway, and he just makes no mistake. Like, this guy is fucking absolutely off the charts right now, Austin Matthews. So Simmons and Matthews score in the first. It's 2-0 Leafs. Matthews has goals in fucking 7 straight games. 7 straight for Austin. It's 2-0 Leafs after the first. I'm like, okay.
He went from not scoring in the first 2 games.
Oh, now he's scoring every game.
Now he's leading the league in goals.
Like, after the first period, I'm literally like, this game's over. I'm like, they're not coming back. Even though it's only 2-0, I'm like, this fucking thing is done. Like, it's done.
Well, the way Vancouver's playing, they just, as soon as the Leafs got the first goal, Vancouver just looked like, we're done. Send us back to the Royal York. We're done. Yeah,
no doubt. Vancouver must be going back to the hotel tonight. Like, fuck, we got to play these guys. We got to stick around till Monday and play them again.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. So we go to the second. Hyman scores. Not quite a tip, but close. It's 3-0.
I was thinking about that. I was like, is that a tip?
No, it wasn't. That wasn't.
It was more of a redirection.
Yeah, it wasn't quite a tip No, we have higher standards than that for tips.
People tune into us because we're the tip experts.
Yeah, we have much higher standards than that for tips. But anyway, all of a sudden, boom, Hyman pops it in. It's 3-0. And then, well, what do you know? 2 straight games. Mustache gets another, his 10th of the season. 2 goals in back-to-back games for Mustache. He scored in 7 straight. He scored 2 goals back-to-back. Leads the league in goals. Holy hell. Mustache.
Life is normal again.
Holy hell. Like, this guy. And well, I'll get to this later, but a quick little touch. This is the first time we're mentioning his name tonight. I'm going to specifically get to this later. Mitch Marner. In on every fucking goal. In on every goal. He's not putting it in.
He's not filling it.
He got a goal last game. He's not burying it, but once again, how many primary assists? Or like, he set up, like, I think, did he come away with at least 3 points tonight? He might have had 4, at least 3. I don't know if he was in on the 5th goal, but anyway, at that point, it's 4-0 Leafs.
Game's over.
Simmons got 1 in the first. Matthews got 1 in the first. Hyman got 1 in the second. Matthews got his second, but there was 1 more goal yet to come.
It's time for Just the Tip.
Perhaps play a little game called Just the Tip, just for a second, just to see how it feels.
So why don't you
want me to take it?
Why don't you just cue it up?
Here's what I saw, and then you tell me what you saw. Okay. Here's what I saw on the 5th goal to make it to make it 5-0. To make it this was a 5-0 goal. Okay.
This tip was just a fucking slap in the face.
His second goal of the night. Wayne Simmons with what I saw, a very silky, smooth tip. This was not aggressive like you would maybe see a normal Wayne Simmons tip. Like, his first tip in as a Leaf out on the Western road trip, that was a very, like, he had the leg up in the air, very aggressive tip between the legs. Tonight, little more silky. He's showing the finesse with the hands. He's got a little silky smooth tip. And what can you say? Like, that's how I saw it. It was a silky smooth.
That's exactly how I saw it.
It was a silky smooth Simmons tip.
I think it was Lettinen. Was it Lettinen who shot it?
Yes, it was.
Lettinen shot it. And the thing that I love about this tip is that you're right. It was silky. It was smooth. But do you know how hard it is to not just hit a tip in midair and make it go down, but to have it change into a completely different direction?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he tipped that puck and it went from straight to a 45-degree angle and kind of up. Like, I don't even know how you do that.
There's not too many guys can do that. I know Tavares can do it, but now we're seeing we've got someone else on the team who was going to the front of the net. Like he doesn't give a shit. He's like, come on, boys, get it too. Get the puck coming right here.
There's nobody in the stands, but this guy's playing like there's fucking 50,000 people out there.
You imagine
and
if there
it's a Stanley Cup final every night.
Dude, you imagine if there was fans in the stands, they would be going nuts for this guy already. He's already like a fan favorite. I can't get enough of this guy. I cannot get enough of Wayne Simmons. Cannot get enough of him. He looks like the guy back in Philadelphia. He's bounced around the last couple years. He looks like, and he said going into the season too, Chad, he's like, the time off, I've healed my body. I feel better, healthier, stronger than I've ever felt. He's like, I'm ready to go.
He's not that old.
31, I think, or 32. He's like around the same age as JT.
Yeah, so I don't understand. People were kind of writing him off. Like, he's old, he's done, he's retired.
Because of the way he plays, though, right?
Well, you play that hard.
Yeah.
You can only go
so long. It's
but
tough to keep that going. But I think he's got
refreshed.
He's not retired. He's not retiring. He's coming back. And if this keeps going how it's like trending, I'm trying to find some cash to bring that guy back too, because he brings a lot.
Could you imagine if you had that in the Columbus series or in the Boston series in the playoffs in the past?
Though they would have switched they would have gone the other way. I 100% guarantee.
They would have won. Like, everyone
100%.
kept saying you need that type of player in your lineup, and now you see what it brings. Like, could you imagine in those Boston games, in the game sevens, when the tide started to turn and Toronto started to blow their leads, if you have a guy like Simmons going out there being like, fuck that.
No, I totally agree, man.
I am going to fill someone's face in, and we're going to take this fucking game.
100%.
So,
but beautiful tip. 5-0 Leafs.
Beautiful tip.
Simmons' second tip of the year. Wayne Simmons, we are a huge fan. Okay, well, we basically, so that's it. 7-3 on Thursday, 5-1 tonight. Vancouver gets one late, breaking Freddie's shutout bid, whatever. And total domination, like how I saw it, just Vancouver, like boys against men here, what I saw. And so we'll see. We'll tee up the games, obviously, a little later for next week. But we got these guys again on Monday night. So I don't know. I guess I would go back to Thursday quickly.
Okay.
A couple things that are still related to the two games, but like, a couple other things too. I don't know what you got, but I'll just go quickly and then we'll see where you're going, what your thoughts are on these. I got a couple notes here. Dermott gets hurt on Thursday night. I haven't heard any update on that. Have you?
Oh, actually, I did hear Sheldon Keefe say it was a Charlie horse.
Charlie horse. Charlie horse?
That's what he said.
Wow. Okay, well, Charlie horse then. Charlie horse it is. Okay.
That's what he said.
So he's fine. He's good. He could have played tonight.
Yeah, but if you can, like, you have all these defensemen that you have to play, so you might as well. I don't know why, when you see how bad Vancouver's playing, why are you not playing Sandin right now and getting him
tonight would have been perfect to play Sandin. Perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, you have Montreal. I think they have Montreal coming in on Wednesday. A game like that, you probably want to play the guys who are going. But a game like a Saturday night against Vancouver, when you have Vancouver again on Monday,
I totally agree with you.
Throw Sandin in.
Just give them a game. But at the same time, I think they're looking at like, okay, I think they've got a lot of stock in Mikko Lehtinen. Like, I think they really think that he can contribute. So maybe now they're like, okay, Dermis has got a Charlie horse or whatever's going on. Maybe
that's what he said.
Okay,
it was like a Charlie horse type of thing.
Okay, that's fine. So maybe they're like, okay, now maybe we can let. Same thing that you just mentioned about Sandin would apply to Lehtinen. Let's give him some of these games that ease him into some regular shifts type. Same thing applies, right?
Yeah.
So
it's true. Yeah, he wants to play, so you got to give him some ice time too. You have to see what he's got. But anyway,
so. And it'll happen. It'll happen.
I wanted to talk to you about something.
Yeah. I still got a couple other things, but go Leafs related, but go ahead. If you
this is Leaf related. I wanted to get your take on this. I was thinking about this, the divisions. So Toronto and Montreal are like top of the league right now.
They are.
Right?
Yeah.
Who else is at the top of the league? Boston and Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Do you think that Toronto and Montreal getting away from Boston and Tampa Bay has kind of showed us like what kind of team we've actually had? But because they've been in such a tough division, like Tampa Bay and Boston have both won cups or gone to the cup finals so many times in the last 10 years. They're always at the top of the league in standings, like point wise. They're always winning the division, pushing Toronto to third. But all of a sudden you get rid of those teams and the Leafs look like the best team in the NHL.
Look, okay, like obviously Boston hasn't seemed to miss a beat, like losing Chara or whatever. They're still right up there.
I think they're 8-1-2 or something. Like
they look good.
They're rolling.
And Tampa's Tampa, so whatever. But I would say, look, man, it's tough for the Leafs and the Habs being in that division. It would be a lot more interesting this year if all 4 of those teams were in the same division. And Florida's played well too. Like, it would be interesting to see that division right now, but I'm glad it's not, because I just like the break of like whatever. Like,
but maybe if the Leafs were in a different division. So let's say last year, whatever, the Leafs aren't in Boston and Tampa's division. Well, maybe the Leafs win the Central Division if they're in that division. Maybe they win a playoff round because of that. Because they're not pushed to third and having to play Boston in the first round or Columbus in the playoff series or whatever it is. I don't know. It just feels a lot different. I feel like they are just going to steamroll the North Division, them in Montreal.
It looks that way to me too. Like, I mean, we'll see what happens. It's still early, but I mean, it doesn't look like the other teams to me have, like, it's Montreal and Toronto at the top. We'll see once Dubois gets in with Vancouver, Winnipeg, where they're at.
Winnipeg's still playing really well.
Yeah, so I think Winnipeg,
not Vancouver.
Not Vancouver. I think Winnipeg will be like, Toronto, Montreal, Winnipeg. I think that's kind of where we're at. And then Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary fighting it out for the final spot. That's how I see it. I don't think there's any other way to see it, to be honest, unless you're like, there's no other way to see it. But we'll never know.
My question is, basically, is this Leaf team, they've added new parts like Simmons and stuff, but is that really making the difference? Or did they look as good as they do this year because they're away from the 2 best teams? Like Tampa and Boston have been 1 and 2 in the NHL every year, and they're in your goddamn division.
Yep.
I think, always third place.
Okay, honestly, I think a little bit of both. If they were playing Boston, if they had already played Boston 2 times, played Tampa 2 times, they're playing Ottawa, they're playing Vancouver, they're playing Calgary, they're playing Edmonton. Like, sorry to say, none of those guys are, and even Winnipeg too. None of those teams.
None of those are Tampa and Boston.
If the Leafs end up winning this division and winning a round, winning 2 rounds into the Final Four, well, then we'll see what's up. We'll see who's standing in when the Final Four are there. Then we'll see what's up when they play one of the American teams to see like who goes to the cup.
If they even get out of the North Division.
I don't see any reason why they don't. I think they're the clear-cut best team in this division. I don't even think it's close. People think Montreal, blah, 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 whatever. Look, man, I don't think the Habs have played really well, and they consistently play well. The Leafs have, I don't think, still yet to play their best hockey, and they're still just like, whatever, boom, 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 like winning games left and fucking right. If the Leafs like bring it all together, finally, it's clear to me they're the best team in the division.
But anyway, let's move on. What did you have on your agenda there?
Okay, well, a couple quick things, I guess. I'll go next to Manny Malhotra. Let's talk about this cat running the power play. Okay, like, let's be fair. You and I could probably be running the power play.
Well, if I was, fucking Kerfoot wouldn't be out there.
No, I don't know how he's out there, but we could probably be running the power play. And they would still be like, it's a no-brainer who's going on the ice, except for Kerfoot would. Yeah, so actually, Malhotra, what are you thinking with Kerfoot out there? Come on, dude. No, but their power play's been lights out. Their face-off percentage is ridiculous. How much of this is contributed to Manny Malhotra?
He's good, man. He is good.
That was a great hire, right?
Yeah.
And they've
Very
kept
smart hire. He was under the radar. You didn't
Big
really
time.
hear much, and then they're like,
dude. But knowing now, like, think we should have saw that coming because they're such a puck possession team. They want the puck all the time, winning draws. He was one of the he helped Vancouver. Vancouver's missing Manny Malhotra huge right now, huge. So
everyone was giving all the credit to Travis Green last year. Like, he's such a great coach. He's taken them, like you said, the furthest Canadian team in the bubble. Maybe Manny Malhotra had something to do with that.
Oh, clearly he did, man. But hey,
maybe it was the fact that they had better goaltending too.
how long before Manny Malhotra was a head coach in the NHL?
What's his contract in Toronto?
I don't know, 2 or 3 years, I think.
Okay, I bet he does not get to the end of that contract.
No chance. Zero
before
chance.
a team asked to interview him for a head coaching.
Oh
job.
no, especially like if they end up winning a cup or whatever, he's gone. He's probably gone, or maybe not. Maybe he'd be like, oh fuck, this is good. Like I'll stick around. No, he wants to be a head coach.
Everybody wants to be a head coach.
He wants to be a head coach, and he will be a head coach. I believe he's a good young guy. But him and Sheldon together, I like that.
Do you want to know what I also think is a huge difference that we haven't really talked about on this podcast? Is TJ Brody.
Dude.
I don't think the Leafs have had a better out of their own zone passer than TJ Brody. I can't remember. This guy is a tape to tape passer from long range, from behind the net. He can hit guys through traffic. Boom. No problem. I mean, this guy
He's been great. He's been great.
He is unbelievable. I cannot believe Calgary just let him walk. He just does not make mistakes.
Loving it. Absolutely loving it, man.
Just great passes, and oh my God. And he lets Riley, like Riley's down behind the net in the offensive zone. He's running wild out there because he knows I got TJ Brody behind me.
Dude.
This guy's a rock.
Chad, we're talking
Awesome.
Cody Ceci, Ron Hainsey for the last how many years? Since 2016, it was Hainsey for several years. I don't know who else. Did he play with someone else in between? It was mainly Hainsey and Riley. The odd time maybe they tried Gardner with
Ceci.
Or Ceci, sorry. Maybe the odd time they tried Gardner with Riley, whatever. But Hainsey was good. Like that was Riley's best year. But I think
at the time that was good, but now Riley has stepped into a number one.
Oh, deal. Brody is like light years ahead of.
He's just. I am
Ron
so
Hainsey.
Impressed with TJ Brody. So impressed with TJ Brody,
Same.
I think quietly he is just done so much to change the dynamic of the team. They're not running around with their heads cut off in their own end. The puck gets on his stick, he quietly stops. Boom, boom.
Dude, they've played 12 games. Okay. He had that Friday night in Ottawa. He didn't look good. Nobody did. But he's played 12 games. So his first 12 games being with Morgan Riley and his first 12 games as a Leaf, like,
are better than 82.
Can you not see how this guy like helped Giordano win a Norris Trophy? Like, I would love to play with that. I would love to play with that guy.
This is why he was the guy they wanted.
Of course, 100%, man.
He is very impressed with TJ Brody. Very impressed. We go on about Wayne Simmons because it's in your face. It's balls out.
Brody a little more under the radar, but equally as impressive.
Exactly. Equally as important to the new makeup of the team.
Yep.
Simmons brings an element. Brody brings an element. Both are clicking right now. Everything's clicking.
Totally.
But anyway, that was just my 2 cents on a big change in the league.
Yeah, I like that.
So one more thing, and then we'll get a word from our sponsor because we got to get that in. Someone's got to pay the fucking bills around here.
Should we just do hot in the slot first, and then we'll take a break? I'll come back. I got one thing left, and then you can do your thing, and we'll get out.
All right.
Hot in the slot. Hit the showers.
Boom. Okay. It's time for hot in the slot or hit the showers.
He's so hot right now. All right, God damn it. Let's hit the showers. God damn it.
So Dale, I think we're going to say the same person again.
Come on, man. Are you kidding me?
Let's try it. Let's see who you're going to say.
Are you kidding me? Without a doubt. There's no
who was hot in the slot this week?
You count it down this week.
1, 2, 3. Jason
Mustache. Oh. Okay, I took into account more than
you took into account who scored in both games. but I had to give it to Spezza because the dude's 37 and he buried a fucking beautiful hat trick this week.
He crossed my mind. Okay, he was on the list, but after I saw Mustache put 2 home again tonight for the second game in a row,
Could have been Wayne Simmons too.
Could have. Yeah, he was right there too. It was
He's not really in the slot, but
no. Well, he
likes an in tight.
He's a lot. He's like a lot tighter than the slot.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
But anyway, so you picked Matthews.
Yeah, man. Like, look, let's just be clear here. Goals in 7 straight games. 2 goals against Vancouver on Thursday. 2 goals against them on Saturday. 10 goals overall, leading the league in scoring. Yeah, dude, it's Austin Matthews. Come on. I love Spets. That's a good pick. But
I'm gonna still go with Spezza because the hat trick. We have to give some credit to the hat trick.
Yeah, okay. I like that we're picking different guys. I like
so that. If Spezza and Matthews were hot in the slot, who's got to hit the showers?
Okay. You're not gonna like this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something never done before on the Tip of Maple Leafs podcast. I can't narrow it down to one specific person. I am choosing an entire line for hit the showers. An entire line.
Can I guess which line? The third.
Alex Kerfoot, Jimmy Vesey, Ilya Mikheyev.
Hit the fucking
showers. All 3 of them. What are these guys doing?
I was going to pick Kerfoot again this week, but I'm going with you. That whole fucking line. Like, honestly, switch. That's your 4th line. Play them 5 minutes.
That's your 4th line. Yeah.
Play the Spezza line is your 3rd line now.
Does a hell of a lot more than what those 3 are doing.
Spezza's winning faceoffs at a fucking insane
They are
rate.
not. Kerfoot, VC, and Mikheyev aren't giving you anything.
Yeah.
4th line, demotion.
Fucking
Spezza's line, promoted. Should be. Yeah, hit the showers. That entire line. Come on, guys. Unbelievable.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we come back. We got some stories to tell.
Chad, what's the matter?
Well, Dale, I guess I've just been feeling a little down, because I love podcasting, but I find there's something missing. There's got to be something else that I love other than just podcasting.
Chad, wipe those tears away. There's only 2 things I know how to do. I never get down. I love podcasts just as much as you. The second thing I love is porn, but not just any porn, specifically Brazzers.com.
Brazzers.com?
That's right, Brazzers.com.
What is it?
Take a little sneak peek at Brazzers.com. Why don't you bring it up right now?
I can't look at this on my computer. Is there any way I could watch it in private on my phone?
Absolutely. Privacy settings galore. Brazzers.com has all your pornography needs.
Well, this is great. I am so much happier now. Brazzers.com. Thanks, Dale.
You're welcome, Chad. Brazzers.com.
All right, we're back. So where did you want to go?
Okay, so I'm just going to go quick. I mean, we touched on it briefly earlier, but I think we should spend a little bit more time on Mitch Marner. Here we are, man. Right now, going into, as we are recording this, the Edmonton Oilers are currently playing the Calgary Flames. Okay, we recorded this just right after the Leafs and Vancouver Canucks game on Saturday night, as soon as that game ended. So, here's where I'm at on this. Going into tonight, McDavid had 24 points. Draisaitl had 22. They were leading the league in scoring. Mitch had 3 helpers tonight. Which brings him up to 20 points. 20 points. 3rd, right behind them. And, Edmonton just played Ottawa, and Draisaitl had 6 points in one game. McDavid was killing it. Take those Ottawa games out of the equation, and Mitch could possibly be leading the league in scoring right now. just want to give some love to Mitch Marner. He's not putting the puck in the net every night like Austin. He's not doing the, crazy tips like Simmons and the stuff we love on this show. But like, come on, dude. Mitch, our boy Mitch. Come on.
We give props to Mitch. Mitch is on fire. The funny thing is that a lot of the American teams are being shut down because of COVID. So they've played way less games. Like if you look at the stats in the NHL, like league leaders, the North Division is just swamping the top 10 in every category. Well, because we're playing all our games. But yeah, definitely we got to give props to Mitch Marner. He's been on fire. Mitch is he's that guy. He gives you Mitch every night, and you kind of take it for granted. Like you said, it's not flashy. Yeah, it's not flashy. He's not putting it bar down. He's not doing the Austin Matthews thing.
How many pucks are going in the net from someone that just got a pass from Mitch Marner? Mitch, dude. Like anybody who's still not on the Mitch train, you might want to figure it out.
Yeah, if you're still bitching because he held out for $10 million.
Listen, McDavid, Draisaitl, arguably considered around hockey insiders, whatever, like the, two of the best players, if not the two best players in the game, right?
Yeah.
Who's right there with them?
Mitch Marner. Mitch, we love you here on the Tip In.
Absolutely, Mitch. We've got a lot of love for Mitch Marner.
Somebody's got to set up the tip-ins, and you, my friend, set up a lot of sweet.
Yeah, we may have to come up with a new seggy just for that, just for the setups. Yeah. But
the wingman, the fluffer.
That's right. Yeah, the fluffer. That's 100% right. But we'll get into some new. We've got one more new segment yet to come. We'll get into that. Oh, yet to come.
That's what she said. Boom.
Terrible.
That was terrible.
Not yet to come tonight. Yet to come. How many times did I just say yet to come? Yet to come down the road when we don't have as many things going on like tip-ins every night and, Saved by the Stash and this kind of stuff. But listen, stay tuned down the road for a new seggy that's going to be real sweet. And we're going to get into talking about Mitch a little more.
But anyway, as we bring this podcast to a close tonight, we wanted to talk about on this show, if you've listened since day one, you have heard a lot of Saved by the Bell references. We talk about it a lot. We even had Mark Paul Gosselaar on the show.
Incredible. Friend of the show, Zach Morris.
And Dale asked him straight up about Screech doing his porn and using a fake penis and turned into a life of crime. Anyway, Screech, or his real name is Dustin Diamond, but we all know him as Screech. He passed away at 44 from stage 4 lung cancer just this past week. Our childhood was Screech. Like Screech was a part of our childhood. We watched him every week. We watched all those episodes. We talked about him all the time at school.
Dude, it was a daily thing for me to throw on Saved by the Bell before I went to school. It was they would put it on at like 7 a.m.
And then it would be on again when you got home from school.
Yeah, 100%. But like I would throw on Saved by the Bell. I remember you throwing on Saved by the Bell
I didn't watch
before I went to school.
I caught a bus and had to catch a bus at like 7. So I didn't watch anything in the morning. I rolled out of bed, went to school. But I do have a Screech story of when I met Dustin Diamond. So we're going back to like 2003 or 2002. We're going back a ways.
20 years ago.
But I was in college in Toronto, and he came to the college to do stand-up comedy in the middle of the day. So I left class. I went over to, they have like a hall, and there's like a bar where you can drink, and there's a stage. And so everyone's drinking at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's all glass. So the sunlight's coming in. So he's on stage in the middle of the afternoon trying to do stand-up comedy.
That's a tough gig, man.
The whole crowd was just yelling like shit that we would yell. I felt super bad for him. He's up there trying to do his thing, trying to tell his jokes. And then some drunk guy at the bar would be like, "Where's Lisa Turtle? Did you fuck Lisa Turtle?" whatever. So
he was not known as like a stand-up comedian, Chad.
no, and his routine was not fun.
And if
people weren't laughing,
like,
it was
no,
very hard to watch.
If you're doing college campuses, I mean, no offense, but
It was hard to watch. So he finishes, he comes off, and he's like, I'll sign autographs, $5 an autograph, $10 for a picture. So I said, well, I gotta get a picture.
and this is at Centennial College in Scarborough.
Yeah, so I get $10. I walk up, hand him the $10. He takes a Polaroid. He has nobody with him, like nobody working with him.
Yeah.
This is before cell phones and selfies. He holds out a Polaroid, like taking a selfie,
No way.
takes a picture, gives me the Polaroid. I tried to find it because I thought it'd be cool to post it on the website.
So
or
he
something.
was like ahead of the selfie game.
Yeah, he was ahead of me.
He had a Polaroid
a
camera.
Polaroid.
Wow.
So I took my picture with him. I talked to him for a few minutes, told him, I love Saved by the Bell and stuff. But here's where it gets good.
Okay.
2 hours later,
No.
I'm still drinking at the bar.
No.
Everybody's cleared out.
Hang up. When something starts with 2 hours later.
It's like 2 hours later.
Yeah.
I'm still drinking at the bar by myself because that's how cool I was. Screech rolls in, starts drinking at the bar. I roll my seat down. I'm like, hey, I saw your stand-up comedy. Talk to him for maybe 5. He finished his drink in 5 minutes. Like he chugged it. 5 minutes. The look on his face, 2 things I'll never forget about sitting at the bar with him. He had the whitest teeth I had ever seen in my life, but his skin and face, even though he was only probably late 20s, early 30s.
Oh, Jesus, man. He just passed at 44. So 20 years ago. Yeah. Like mid 20s.
Mid 20s. He looked like he was pushing 50. Like he looked weathered and run down and beat up. He just did not look good even back then.
Yeah.
But anyway, I sat and talked to him about Saved by the Bell, and you know what he told me? I was like, so, you never have to work a day in your life. You were on Saved by the Bell. And he said, you know what my last check was from Saved by the Bell? 4 cents. He's like, I got a check for 4 pennies for Saved by the Bell reruns on
That
TV.
seems crazy, doesn't it?
Apparently then he started talking. They don't make a lot of money. Like he said,
In residuals, that kind of seems crazy. Like
what he's told me was he's like, you get a check for every time it's aired, so you get a whole bunch of little checks.
Dude, they were running reruns all the time.
I know, but he was getting pennies on it. So somebody was making a lot of money off the reruns, but it definitely wasn't Screech. That's why he was doing stand up and doing 4 cents. He got a check for 4 cents for reruns.
Probably Spano, but continue.
Yeah. No, that's basically the story. And then he just went outside. He lit up a dart. And that was the end of that. I don't know if it was a dart or a joint, one or the other. And then he got into his driver picked him up. He got into his car and he was fucking out of there. And that was it. But
So you spent an entire night with Screech.
Day.
Basically.
This was the
day.
Oh,
day.
fucking
Jesus,
day.
shit. Middle of the day. That makes it even more
It
crazy.
was like 3:00 in the afternoon. We were sitting at the bar having a drink together. But yeah, bottom line is we loved you growing up.
Of course, man.
Rest in peace, Dustin Diamond.
Yeah, we'll miss you, Screech. Terrible. Too young, way too young, far too young.
And if I can find the Polaroid, I'm gonna look for it.
Oh,
it's probably
that would
fucking
be great.
gone. It's
that would
probably
be great
gone.
if you could. That would be great if you could, though.
Oh, I'd love to see it. He did a Screech face. He was like,
I know what you mean.
Like he was so trying not to be Screech and trying to be Dustin Diamond, but as soon as he did the selfie picture, he did like the Screech face.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
He did it for everybody.
I posted a picture on our Instagram the day that he passed away, where he was doing a classic Screech face.
That's the face.
He was with Preppy and Slater in that picture.
Pout his lips and move his whole face to the one side and be like
100%, man. Yeah.
And he did that. There was probably a line of 30 people getting pictures, and he would do that. He would like stop, look like a weathered old man, and then he hold up the camera, do the Screech face.
Yeah.
That's a tough life, man.
No doubt. Child actor, right? But honestly, like other than
he told me he had just filmed or he was about to film with David Spade. And then the movie was Dickie Roberts, former child star. But he told me that at the bar.
Okay, but he didn't get the part.
He did. He was in the movie.
Oh, he was in the movie.
Yeah, it was a movie about David Spade plays a child actor, and he hangs out with like these former child actors. And Dustin Diamond's one.
He was playing himself. He was playing
himself in the movie.
Okay.
How do you cast Dustin Diamond and not have the audience look at him and be like, it's Screech? All right. Anyway, rest in peace, Dustin Diamond.
Yeah,
so this
100%.
week coming up, the Leafs play Monday against the Vancouver Canucks.
Oh, can't wait for that one.
Wednesday against the Montreal Canadiens, and then I believe they play
the Habs again on Saturday. So
Saturday.
So
I was
let's
going to say Friday, but let's break and it's Saturday.
Let's wrap it up with teeing up the games for this coming week. The Canucks again. On Monday. I don't see how they lose that game. I just don't see it possible. I think
the Canucks need like a 4-day break. They need a long break.
The Canucks are going to self-medicate for the next 2 days straight. There's no chance they beat the Leafs on Monday night. It's not going to happen, folks. Not happening. Leafs take all 3 of these games. I'm sorry. It's just that's where it's at. But here we go.
First place
Vancouver leaves town. We're going to Montreal on Wednesday. Then the Habs are coming in here on Saturday. Now, I can't wait to see those 2 games. To me,
those are the games.
Those are the games. Those are going to be
Toronto, Montreal. I hope they wear their retro jerseys next Saturday. Let's do this.
They're not 3 in a row. They're 1-1 in the retros, by the way.
Oh, whatever.
We didn't bring them up. They're 1-1 in the retros.
Doesn't matter.
Two Saturdays in a row.
It's going to be good. Montreal's going to be a good test for them.
Yeah, the 2 Habs games this
week.
They
did really good on their West Coast road trip. They've been smoking Vancouver since they got back. I think you're right. I think they're going to do it again on Monday. I don't know
without
if they'll 5-1 again, but I think they'll win on Monday.
Might be tighter, but I can't see them losing.
That's what she said. And then Wednesday, that's when the shit happens.
Does Freddie
and
Anderson...
Montreal's off from tonight till Wednesday against Toronto.
Okay, whatever. Does Freddie Anderson play all 3 of those games?
Yes.
Has to,
I don't know. You could throw Hutch in.
You give Hutch in? Did you give Hutch the Monday game?
Why not?
Why not?
You've scored 12 goals against this team. You don't think you could score another 3 or 4 and just tell Hutch, hey.
But you don't want to let Hutch be the reason why you'd lose the game. So I would say
that's what Keefe gets paid to do.
He doesn't play, I don't think, but if you're going to play him, that's the game.
It was Campbell, I would say throw Campbell in.
Oh, make
sure Freddie is ready.
Without a doubt.
For Wednesday and Thursday, or Wednesday and Saturday.
Wednesday and Saturday, cannot wait.
All right. So ladies and gentlemen.
When will we be back, Chatty?
Maybe we'll be back Thursday?
Probably not.
Just wait till Saturday?
Well, because then what are we going to do? Wait... not go after the Saturday night game?
Well, we'll see how the Wednesday night game goes, because if it's a big game, we might want to talk about it.
I think there's a good chance we're just going to do Saturday.
Yeah.
It just kind of makes the most sense.
We'll be back next Saturday. That does make the most sense. All right, before we go, the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast. On Twitter at the Tip In Podcast. Our YouTube channel is at the Tip In Maple Leafs Podcast. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell to get notified when we post videos. And check out our website, www.tipinsportsmedia.com. All right, for the Tip In Maple Leafs Podcast, I'm Chad.
I'm Dale.
We will
catch you
later. Go Leafs, go.